What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Babbers Batch. Today we have Ankit and Sai here. Both of them are rocking the stash. Looks good. Looking like our yesteryear heroes. And today we are reviewing Kingdom and talking about our thoughts on it. It's going to be non-spoiler for a little bit. Honestly, most of it's spoiler because we have to dive in depth to discuss it. So, yeah, we could talk about what we like first, maybe.
Yeah.
You,
We'll do our usual, go with what we liked and then go into the negatives. But probably will be spoiler, I think, I would say. It's been a while since the movie came out, so it's okay. I mean, I feel like not many people saw it, but they'll probably watch it on OTT. But yeah, so positives, like I can start. I think for me, the biggest positive was I, I would say a couple things are like my biggest positives, like, and then you guys probably same thing, but I thought Vijay for once actually did really well. Not for once. We haven't seen this kind of acting from him in a long time, like maybe since Arjun Reddy or like some of his earlier films. And I thought he was completely locked in this movie. Like he went all out. You can see it. So I like that a lot. I thought, good for him to put an effort like that. Like it definitely does elevate the movie because if he was doing what he did in Family Star or the previous ones that he did, it would have probably been a lot worse than what it was. So I like that a lot. And then the other thing was the cinematography. I liked a lot. I thought the DOP did a really, really good job. I think there's two of them, but both of them did a really good job in getting those shots. I think they looked really nice. So yeah, other than those two, it's tough. I mean, there is one more, but I'll save it. Like I'll let you guys go. But yeah, those are my two biggest positives.
and Garu, it's your turn.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think on the visual side, like these days it's kind of like every movie is like that. So even though it did have good visuals, I feel like it's kind of like the standard now. But I like other than those two, I like the introduction scene, like the very first first couple minutes. I thought they were really interesting. And then I thought the first half wasn't bad. I think like it had potential, and I was like pretty hooked. But I'd say the first half was one of my pros.
Yeah, so you know a movie is cooked if I compliment the cinematography first, because like
Yeah.
that's a given. At this day and age, like it's honestly pretty rare to have shit cinematography. So it looked very pretty. The fight scenes look mostly natural, I think. Like on the CG, I don't think they used that much effects. A lot of it looked like done by stuntmen, so props to them. And yeah, VD acted well for the most part. In the second half, there's a scene where I don't know. That's like the one scene where he could have really showcased like all of his talent, but they kind of fucked that scene up. I'll get to that later. But 90% of the movie he did well. And this was like I was like, okay, good. Like he does know how to act because he did not try for a world famous lover, cushy family star. So the actor's still in there. So that's good to see. And then Venkatesh Muruga, I don't think you guys talked about him. He was good. Brief role, but I was like, oh, this guy's like pretty good. Like the villainous approach. He was pretty menacing. Banu and Nardu, I was like, he's pretty good. And Anirudh's BGM is okay at times. Um, Yella Hela Hela Hey is like that's like the peak. It doesn't get better than that in this movie. But yeah, that's literally all I can say, honestly. And few scenes in the beginning were good. Like when VD is like talking to sketch artist about wanting to find his brother Siva. They show you in that trailer itself. He
Hmm.
has like these emotions and he shows innocence in the first like 20 minutes or so. And I thought he did that well. So that's all the positives I have. That's all I have.
Yeah, and then another one it was Satyadev. We didn't mention him, but I thought he was done. He acted really well. His character was whatever written not the best, but with what he had, I thought he did pretty well. And then him and Vijay, I thought were really really good together. There wasn't enough. That was the only problem with that. I thought it should have gone in that direction a lot more than it did. But yeah, I like Satyadev a lot in the movie too.
Yeah, for a movie about brotherhood, there's not much shown.
Yeah. That was one of my biggest complaints, I guess. I mean, we could use that to segue into negatives if we're done with positives.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, I have too many negatives. Like, I
Yeah.
have way too many.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, I guess I could start off with one. I have a lot here. Some of them are nitpicks, so I won't talk about it. Like why did he buzz his hair is a nitpick. That's fine. I don't know. I still don't know why he did it, but fuck it.
I like the look though. I thought
Yeah, it
it
looks
was
good.
serious.
Like
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
true.
funny because like there's no reason I thought they would explain it. But so
Yeah.
let's talk about Satyadev because you mentioned him. I really like Satyadev, and I thought like try to build up each other, right? Like up until the jail, where they reveal him. Like there's so much build up around Siva, and Siva doesn't do anything. Honestly, the whole movie, and that's what pissed me off the most because Satyadev is an insane actor. He's really good, and Gautam Tinanori is like, I mean, dude, this guy came off Jersey, right? Like everyone was expecting the world from him, and you can't like two movies. Like obviously he's not going to give you like a banger, but like um, Satyadev was so underwritten. There wasn't like a single scene where he like showed his like acting chops or dominance, in my opinion. Like um, I felt he was super underutilized. So that was my biggest con. And like you said, like there's few scenes of them together. Uh, but that's it. There's not much going on. So I think that was wasted, in my opinion, and that's it's literally the crux of the movie, right? It's the connection, and I felt zero connection. So that was
Yeah.
my biggest con on paper.
Yeah, I mean, even throughout the marketing, like trailers and stuff they release, they always hint back to saying that, like, oh, it's actually a brother's story. It's about Satyadev and it's about Vijay as brothers. It did not feel like that at all, one bit. Maybe the first 15 or so minutes, it kind of felt like that because that's how it starts. Like, that's how Vijay's character kind of starts. He's trying to search for, obviously, his brother. And then he gets the opportunity to meet him. But ever since he enters that jail, I feel like it just goes in a completely different direction. And then, like, speaking of that jail scene, that was one of the worst scenes I've ever seen, dude. Like, yeah, the fight was like whatever, well choreographed, but then after he punches like two, three guys, he's that huge like expression of like yelling. I thought would been like some crazy scene, because like we've seen that from Gotham in Jersey where when Nani does it, it is a crazy scene, right? It's like an hour of build up to get to that moment. But then here it just felt like, why is he doing that? What's the point? And then Satyadev comes, and then they had a little moment, and then that was it. The movie goes into a completely different direction. So yeah, their relationship was definitely botched. Vijay's characterization also, the way he was written, made no sense. In the beginning, you see him as I want to go find my brother. And then in the middle, it gets all muddied. Like he's like trying to help these people. And then even in the intermission, when they're all like lifting him and stuff, you could see on his face, he's like, what the fuck is this? Like, why am I like being held as like some like great person or whatever? Like he's you see that confusion in his face. And then like even later on towards the end, when he's like, oh, I'm gonna take responsibility for you guys, it doesn't make sense. Like it's not like a clear character arc. Like it just doesn't make sense. It's a lot of like convoluted plot that happens to like get him there. So I thought his characterization was written really well, really poorly. Honestly, everyone's character was written really poorly. It wasn't none of it was fleshed out. None of it had like a clear beginning, middle, and end. Maybe the Venkatesh guy, that guy, his character was fine, but it was such a generic character that it didn't really require much writing anyway. Like it was just a generic villain. So yeah, the writing was my biggest complaint. I thought for someone that made Jersey, I thought the writing was going to be top notch, and it just fell flat throughout the whole movie. And yeah, like you were saying, like no emotional connect whatsoever.
Dude, if when Bhagyashree has a bigger role in Mr. Bachchan, that says something about your movie.
Yeah.
You know, she actually had a big not better role, debatable, but bigger duty for sure. There's just so many
Yeah.
things about VD that I found so hard to root for. Dude, this guy shows up and just penta, like he pentifies the whole village. All these guys were living fine before he showed up. Like, yeah, like I'm sure there were. Also, dude, if you're gonna show that a whole group is oppressed, show them being oppressed at least for a few scenes. Only one sequence where we saw that they right sunle nani was when Bhagyashree was delivering that lady's baby in the water. And even then, nothing happened. Like Venkatesh came, overacted, and then he left. And they were fine. Like Satyadev and his men were doing a job. Like, yeah, it's illegal, but at no point did I feel like these guys were oppressed. They literally lived their regular fucking lives, like the rest of rest of people. At no point did I feel like they needed to be saved. VD shows up and does so much penta. He gets like multiple people killed. He gets his own fucking brother killed. And then that reaction he has when he sees Satyadev's dead body, that shit was so like in my opinion, that was like when you could see like show tears, like the Mahesh Babu one day no style of crying and just like breaking down. He's like, Pratisare Valpatao, and he fucking gaslights his brother the whole second half, dude. He just gaslights him. He shows up, gets his brother's kid killed, his fucking wife killed, gets half the village killed. I'm like, dude, you should have just stayed home. You should have just not taken the fucking missions. I never rooted for his character. Sorry for getting
Yeah.
passionate, but yeah, I fucking hated his character, dude. And he's
The
dicking
only
around with
time,
Yageshri in the climax. Why are you with her?
yeah. No, the only time where I was like behind him was the beginning when he was like,
Yeah,
all right, I'm gonna go out on this journey and find my brother. Okay, I can get behind
yeah,
that. And then he goes there and yeah, like you were saying, he does all this random shit that you're like, why are you doing this? Why are you here? Why are you trying to help these people even? They actually never answer the question from his character's point of view of I want to help these people or the reason to why he wants to help these people. Like all the other comparisons to this movie, for example, like Retro or Chhatrapati or any of these other movies, right? There's a clear reason they establish of why the hero wants to help these people. Like Chhatrapati, he's one of them. Like he literally grew up with them, whatever. Those are his people. So it makes sense. Right? In Retro, his like parents and like whatever are in that village or whatever that he's trying to save. And it makes sense. Like he's like, okay, I have to like step up and save these people. There's no reason. I mean, first of all, the whole idea of the savior thing is a trash thing to begin with. On top of that, you don't give the basic reasons of why is VD even helping them? Like what motivation does he have to help? His brother died. What connection does he have to that village? That's it, right? There's no other connection. So there's a lot of like Buckaloo and all these like, plot that they like assembled. And the biggest one, I mean, one of the biggest ones is that police officer guy, the raw agent or whatever, the one that puts all these people into their Secret Service missions or whatever. That guy is like the dumbest guy. He's like, yeah, well, I don't care who dies. Like, I'm gonna kill my own officers. I'm gonna kill the mobsters or whatever too. I just want to like end everything basically. I don't care who dies. And his ideology makes no sense. I don't even know what that plot line was. Like, it just makes no sense.
dude. At one point, random motherfuckers were agents. I was like, who is this?
Yeah, like the that one supporting actor, I forgot his name.
From Virupaksha, right?
Yeah, from Virupaksha, that guy's like one of the Asian. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, and then he gets fucking killed. I was
Or
like,
he's
what
the
is?
one that rats out that Satyadev and Vijay are like whatever
Yeah,
agents. I'm like, why?
yeah,
What is like, aren't you an agent also? Like, why are you doing this?
dude. That cop belongs in Kalki because his Telugu modulation is like I don't know who dubbed. If he dubbed himself, but holy shit! Every time he talked, he gave me like ear cancer. I was like, hey, like his Telugu was so distractingly bad in my opinion.
Yeah.
And he was yeah, such a stupid character. He's like, I want internal conflict. I was like, "Wouldn't ka muppay janalu? You could just go kill the village yourself within like 2 minutes. Why the
Yeah.
fuck do you
And
need six agents?
why is he even against the village? It's not the village that's doing
Yeah,
the fucking they're being forced to whatever transport materials and whatever nonsense, right? They're not the ones behind it. It's Venkatesh and gang. So why don't you go after them? Like why are you trying to infiltrate a village?
yeah, dude. I don't even know what the fuck was going on halfway through. They were like at one point, VD was in like a military uniform,
Yeah.
like stealing
Yeah.
gold. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah. And then
It just
also the
lost me.
reason why they all praised him was so bullshit. He didn't do shit, dude. He was on the bridge and made a phone call and got the whole thing like shut off. And all these people think he's like some god. I'm like, what is this nonsense? That whole bridge scene was so dumb, dude. He like
Dude, all
how could you think that like, okay, I'm gonna set this like set piece looking thing, right? This is gonna be like right before the interval. This is like in their big mission they're doing. I'm just gonna have him go do a phone call in the middle of a gunfight. That's just so unbelievable and like unrealistic when you set up a situation like that.
Yeah, like I don't even
dude,
know
you
how
could
they were able
yeah.
to hear on the actual phone rather than the bullets. Like, and then
Yeah, and
immediately they
how
stopped.
no bullets hit him either. Like he's
Yeah,
literally in the middle of an open bridge, has one bullshit shield in front of him, and no one shot him. It's some bullshit, dude.
yeah. For me, I feel like those are definitely like some good critiques, but my biggest issue was like there was just nothing new that the movie did. I felt like everything that it did, like all the twists, you could see it coming from like a mile away. And then everything else felt like a mishmash of, like we said, retro. Like I was having flashbacks to retro, and that was like a couple months ago. And then like that whole syndicate felt like when he was in Pushpa and he was like trying to earn his way up. And it was just scenes like that. I was like, this it really doesn't bring anything new to the table. So that's one of the biggest things I felt like throughout the whole movie. I was thinking maybe there's a different twist, but like even the twist you could see, I was just like, nothing in this movie is so unique that it was even made. Like, it just gives me flashbacks of even that whole port sequence, like that visuals just give me flashbacks of like Devra and like I don't know, I just felt so samey to me.
Yeah, I mean, it was a mix of all these movies, right? There's Devra was like the village concept, like, oh, these people are being misused by oppressors or whatever. And then, like, obviously, the Chhatrapati angle is there with like him rising to be the savior of the people. The retro prophecy is there. Dude, it's like you can just go down the entire laundry list of fucking movies they copy. Kaleja, the God concept is there when the guy overacts of when he's pulling the boat, right?
Yeah,
It's there's just so many freaking movies that you can go down. And to be honest, all of those movies that you compare to were better than this.
yeah.
So it's like,
Dude,
what are you even doing now? Like you couldn't even copy right.
I thought the unique
there's
part might have been the like flashback, but they straight up were like saving that for the second part or whatever. So there's only like 10 minutes of the whole movie that it was, and I was like, okay, thanks. Like so there's nothing in this movie that's actually like interesting. Like you were banking on it making money, and obviously it didn't, so we're never gonna get to see the actual good part of Kingdom.
I hope they never make it, to be
what do
honest.
you
Yeah.
mean good part? Who's to say that'll be good?
Yeah.
But few things. Dude, there's just so much dumb shit. Like, why did no one question why Surya was in jail? Right? Like, no one in that movie asked him, Entra jail kalla, like, what did you do to end up here? His brother didn't give a fuck. Like, they just accepted it. And for a guy who's so wary, there's that like Jabardast dude, the cab dude in that crew who like investigates. He's like, kan padta, kan padta. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
okay, you claim to like be some detective, but you guys start getting tips the second a new guy joins your crew, and you're not even like suspecting him until the fucking climax. And I was like, what a dumbass group of villagers, bro. Like, how do you not suspect the new guy immediately? Um, you can think that's a nitpick, but that's just like insulting us, bro. Like, you really, they're not gonna ask where he came from. He was like, how did you know I was your brother, first of all? I said, yeah, that's indeed. Why are you in jail? Why are you beating our people up for no reason? None of that. Like, no, nothing at all. Satyadev just accepts him. And oh my God, dude, like that fucking ending where everyone just dies out of nowhere and then the villains die within the regular song pissed me off so much, dude. It was like I think Gautam was like, oh shit, we got like 4 minutes left in the runtime. Fuck it. Throw the song in and let's just kill everyone. Like for that, like Rashid, I think one of our friends texted us this. He was like, they could have just done that at the start of the movie. It was that easy to beat the villains.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it was
The
so
villain, at
fucking
least
stupid.
like Venkatesh and whatever, like I mean, I think they set up that like his brother or whatever is gonna come in the next one, but yeah, it was just so it was dumb. I didn't like the whole revenge portion of the whole thing either. I mean, obviously you knew that's where it was heading. And then yeah, they wrapped it up in like 4 minutes, like the song. That's it.
Yeah. The ending like hurt as well to me because they kept on explaining it. Like it finished, the movie finished, and then they were like, the voiceover was
At
like,
the
oh
very
yeah,
end. Yeah.
yeah, like they
That
were
was
explaining
wow, that was
everything. I
so
was
bad.
like, dude, we can understand. Like if you
Oh,
gave us
you didn't like the AI Bama traveling through
no, no, no.
different
I'm
time
saying like
periods?
when they were
Oh,
like
you mean like
setting up for
the
Kingdom
very
2.
end when there's like a
Oh,
narrator that's
Yeah.
like narrating like, oh, what will happen when
oh.
Bhagashree or Vijay finds out Bhagashree screwed him over or like
Yeah.
acted.
Like
I
you
was
could
like,
have just shown us like a screen, like a scene with no dialogue in it of
Like
like,
Yuddham మొదలవుతుంది. I was like,
yeah,
dude, shut the
literally
fuck
like
up.
all of that stuff is like stuff that you can like gather, infer, right? But they straight up just like gave it to you like we're dumb or something, like the audience. Like they're like spoon feeding us so hard that they had to add a narrator who wasn't there throughout the whole movie that he was just like, yeah, you know what, I have to come in and save this.
yeah,
Dude, Malia Bokolo twist that he didn't actually kill his dad. I was like,
yeah,
wow, what a fucking twist.
crazy
So
twist.
Satyadev did everything he could to escape that little fucker. And still Suri finds him and kills his family. that's what he gets for taking the blame. So, right? Like, fuck
David's
me, Lee.
actually the hero of this movie.
Yeah, and how did he just end up in Sri Lanka, bro? You
Yeah.
can't just end up in Sri Lanka. It doesn't fucking happen. Like, what do you mean he just ended up in the tribe and became their hero? I was like, dude, bullshit. And the AI
Yeah,
Bama giving him the tattoo, like, what the fuck is the correlation?
yeah.
Yeah,
And that's another thing. Did she just think, oh, this guy looks like a savior. Let me just draw the tattoo on him? Like, what was the reasoning behind why she
Yeah,
wanted him? Just because he saved her or some shit, right? He gave her water.
yeah. He gave her
yeah,
water and she was about to die or something, and
Yeah,
she
and then
started
she's like,
like,
oh, he's the guy. He's the
yeah,
savior.
dude, the AI shit killed me.
Yeah.
It was so
Uh,
bad. Yeah, dude. And I guess it's unfortunate because we already saw the Jada money concept, like on Surya's stomach, whatever. So obviously, like, I don't know how both of them had that same idea because, like, obviously, Retro was shot like probably around the same time as Kingdom. So I think just a lost cause. But I saw Retro, and like you said, like, not, like I liked Retro, Retro Nachindi. Um, but yeah, like Kingdom felt like a cheap copy of Chhatrapati, Retro, and Devara. And from a director like that dude who gave us a unique genre, sports film, and then gave us like a unique take on it, this was definitely not expected. And everything you guys said is like fully valid. There was just so many terrible things in this movie, and thank God they cut that fucking song between him and Bhagyashree. That would have like been the last straw that broke the camel's back if they kept it in.
yeah, I think they said that would come in the first half. I'm not sure, but to like set up their
Yeah,
love story or whatever.
yeah,
And yeah, I mean, the way that I would have done it if I was like this guy, Gautam, I would have just, I think the problem was that he had a lot of time on his hands because he didn't do anything for like 5 years, right? After Jersey. So he probably just
yeah,
was writing this out the whole, like however long it took. He included all these different storylines, like with the Raw agent, the Destiny concept, like he included all these things, the brothers things. You can't include all that into a movie. Like no matter how many parts you make, it's just not gonna work. Like if you want to do that, then make a show. You can make a 8 episode like whatever show and like release it on Netflix or Prime or whatever. But for a movie, I think what he should have done is just stuck to the brothers thing. Like literally kept the beginning as is. VD's out to find his brother. It has to infiltrate some gang in Sri Lanka to find him because he finds out his brother is the head, right? And that's it. There's your movie. Like you can finish it off right there. Like ending whatever. He saves his brother or they both kill a gang together and the opposite gang or whatever brings him back home. Something. They could have figured it out. And they kept it like between them, the emotion between them, right? Had a really, really good scene between them of like why didn't you come home all these years? Or Suri or Siva asking him like, how did you end up here? Like, what are you doing? Like, you shouldn't be here. They could have had some really, really good emotional scenes like that if they just stuck to that storyline alone. I don't know why he felt the need to add in all these other storylines. Maybe because he thought like, oh, I'm making a huge action movie. I need more like information, more whatever, like to make it like a pan-India movie. But I think he fucked himself over by doing that.
yeah. I mean, there's not a single strong character in the movie. Like Vijay was written badly, Siva was underwritten, Bhagyashree doesn't matter. Venkatesh was killed fucking immediately. Like, I don't know why he was standing there so confident. He literally died within 2 minutes. But there's not a single strong character in the movie. And that's the main issue is like, yeah, we're the Bhagat like no one's written well. No one has like great motives. No one like it's so hard to root for someone in this movie. Um, and it's just like a really like pathetic excuse for like world, especially if you have a part two, dude, take more time to build out the world. Like when Satyadev's wife and kid died, I didn't feel anything. Or when like half that village died, I didn't care because I didn't know these characters, right? Like we didn't not properly introduced to any of them. Okay, I wish that like the Baba would have died instead in that house. So that dude kept overacting in the climax.
Dude, he was
But
overacting so much. Yeah. Throughout the
overacting
movie, he
like
was overacting.
literally like he doesn't even they literally took that dude from KJF and stuck like a fucking orange robe on him, and they're like, "Here, just
Yeah.
overact for 2 hours." So yeah, no strong actors at all. And dude, the
Honestly,
climax, so
if
stupid.
if they make a part two, I think what would have been cool is if they made Vijay become the villain in part two. Like his arc would be to basically become like a, I don't know, like a fucking just like a murder freak. Because even in the end of this, when he does kill Venkatesh, you see him straight like executing like a whole line of like 10, 15 people, right? Like doesn't give a
Yeah.
fuck, just executes them, right? After seeing that, I was like, what would be cool actually is if they transition him into being a villain, and then the village realizes, oh, we fucked up by selecting this dude as our savior. Like he's just out to murder people at this point. And they kind of set it up in his character too, like from when he's a kid, like he murders his father or whatever. He has that I guess like I don't know if I can disorder in him already. So like I think if you take in that angle, that would be super different and interesting. But I highly they're not gonna do that obviously. There's not even gonna be a part two. But that would be something cool if they tried.
If they give RGV the contract for Kingdom 2 or something ready manga,
But
that could
yeah,
happen. But like, yeah, no shot with the way he handled this. But I don't think there'll be a second one. Like
yeah,
it flopped. It lost money. So
yeah.
you know,
And then the
yeah,
whole past sequence I thought was just stupid. Like the 1920 fight that they showed on the beach. It was just so dumb. I hate that whole reincarnation, whatever angle that they brought in. I don't even know why they thought it would be cool to do it. Like, how many times have we seen it? They themselves have probably seen that done like so many times in all these big films and even smaller movies. I don't know why they thought that would be cool to do that. It was just kind of like I think they expected some sort of Kalki like, um, you know, people to say like, oh wow, it was the climax was hype because they flash like back and showed Vijay in that outfit and then flash forward and showed him now. Same positioning, like that's what Kalki did too. So I thought they were trying to expect that kind of a impact, but it was so dumb.
yeah. And honestly, like this is more of a nitpick, but like I feel like directors need to understand VD does not fit the medieval like vibe. Like he looks way too modern. Even in like Gulki, even in this, like he literally looks like he just walked off set and they threw a wig on him. Like he does not, no part of him looks like an ancient emperor. So that was like they should have just done it like the same way they were doing it, like face blurred mostly, the same way they did like Krishna and then veiled at the very end. But yeah, like yeah, I like you said everything, we said everything. So you can Ankit if you have more to add, you can too. But
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you guys have already talked about all those things, but talking about Vidi in that role, like in that like short thing, like he was 1920s, like in some random island, but he still talked like some dude from Hyderabad. Like his like accent doesn't change with the role. But I think that was like done pretty well. Like those sequences, I just agree with you guys that they don't like really, it's not a real reason for them to be there. Because I know the first 10 minutes when they were doing all that. I was like, okay, this is pretty hype because Anirudh's background score and the visuals and like even the opening credits, like how they use the visuals. I thought, okay, it's a very strong like opening. But by the end, I realized like this is not used anywhere until like the last 2, 3 minutes, and this could have been a completely different story if not. So I still like the way they did it, but I do agree that it doesn't need to be there.
yeah,
Yeah, bro. They really botched it. The sad thing is like always with VD's movies, there's always so much potential like throughout their marketing or like what we might think it might end up being. And even like money wise, like there's always so much potential, but it just I don't know how it happens. Every single movie just so disappointing and disappointing. Yeah, dude, it sucks, but I hope with this next one he actually gives a good product.
yeah, dude. I feel like his fans say come back on first day for everything. So like it's
Yeah,
hard
it's
to
definitely
trust
not a
him. But
comeback.
yeah,
I think his next one is with the Shyam Singh Roy director and the
Rahul
Taxiwala
Sankrithi.
director. Yeah.
don't worry, he has Harish Shankar after that.
Oh, what? When was
I
that?
don't know if you a few days ago, him and
Oh,
Sitara Entertainments and Harish
God.
Shankar. Yeah,
Dude, does he wanna just kill his career? Like, I don't understand.
yeah. Who knows? Maybe it's Mr. Bachchan too, and he's reprising Ravana's role.
His role. Oh God, dude.
But yeah, I mean, dude, even with Flop Talk, it made almost 90 crores. So that's really good. He has a market.
That's what I'm
People want to
saying.
see him.
He
Yeah.
has potential, dude. I don't know. He just needs a good product. And to be honest, at this point, I don't even think it's his fault because he's doing what he can. I mean, he's acting, that's his job. So it's on the fucking writer and director to actually write something
Yeah.
good.
And for Nagamamsi for fucking hyping it up, dude. Like stop gassing up every movie like it's the second coming of Christ.
He's already gassing up War 2. He moved on. He's done.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Yeah, shit's gonna be ass, but I mean it is what it is. Like it's not a good movie. I don't see like I know there's some movies that have mixed perspectives, but I just don't think there's anything redeeming about this. So if you enjoyed it, good for you. I know it got mixed talk. Like, people still liked it. I just think it was bad from like a filmmaking perspective, from a character perspective, and luckily we'll never have to see part two. So it'll join like Skanda 2, Das Ka Dhamki 2, like those movies that'll never see the light of day. So I
Is
guess we
which
can.
one actually made it out to the second one of all the past like few years? I don't know, was there even any part twos that made it out from what we were promised?
It's like
When
Mad, Tillu,
Mad,
and
Kulu,
Pushpa,
yeah, Bush, that's it. That's really it.
and then Devar 2 they say is being made. So yeah.
That's like whatever.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see. But there's like so many sequels, like Agent 2 and shit
Yeah,
that
yeah.
like
Oh
they
my-
teased.
yeah,
So yeah, yeah. I guess we can do numbers. You guys go ahead. Unky, you can go ahead first.
yeah, go
I
ahead.
think honestly, like it's mostly like in the 5 to 6 range. I'd say like more on the five just because that ending really like soured everything that second half. But overall, I still was hopeful about the first half.
All right, I'll go. I think I'll give it like I'd say between like a 3 and a 4. Maybe like 3.5, I can say. Honestly, after the first like 20 minutes or so, I didn't even enjoy the movie. Like the first 20 minutes, I actually was enjoying it. I thought, okay, this is actually a good start. Like, they set it up pretty well. But ever since he entered that jail, it just goes like lower and lower and lower. And then especially the second half is just flat completely. So yeah, for me, I think it's like a 3.5.
Yeah, I give it like a three, honestly. It insulted my intelligence, it tested my patience, and yeah, I didn't feel any connect to it. And like you guys said, I'm sure the first 30 minutes, like I didn't feel this harshly, but it kept annoying me every scene that it went on for. So it's like a three. It's definitely like a tier above like his rods, like Family Star, World Famous Lover, Liger, but like I wouldn't put it anywhere near like Taxiwala or those movies.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a middle tier where Dear Comrade, they kind of just exist. Like there's okay like potential efforts, but bad execution. So I put it on that tier. So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
But if you gave me a few more days, I would have probably like dropped another, like, just called it a rod because like it should piss me off so much after I finished it. But
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is that like there was just so much potential there. Like Family Star, there was no potential, bro. That was a done deal like since it started. But
yeah,
since this one had so much potential and it could have been so good, that's what I think annoys me the most with how it was done.
yeah. I will say I don't can't really picture Ron Turn in this role, so I don't think it would have worked out if he took this anyways with Dinanuri. Um, the script, like you said, Devidiana Bane Sadu, but I think Gautam actually fucked up, which is not who I thought would screw up between the two.
Yeah.
So
It's his
hopefully he
fault.
gets a comeback too. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah,
All right. Yeah, thanks guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this. We'll keep our reviews coming. There's two other big films coming out, Cooley and War 2. I think we're all going to Cooley first, so you'll get that review and then do War 2 eventually. But yeah, keep tuning on our channel. Thanks for listening.
yeah. See you guys next time.